Amina was 25 when the world shifted beneath her feet. She had known Chike all her life, but that was the year his presence became something else, something dangerous, something that made her chest beat like drums in a storm. They were bound by blood, though not entirely. Chike was her father's son from another marriage. Amina was the daughter of the woman her father left behind. Two lives, two homes, parallel tracks that only crossed on awkward holidays when their father insisted on playing the role of peacemaker. But death is the great equalizer, and when their father died, the walls separating them began to crumble. The funeral was a thunderstorm of grief. Dust rose from the compound as mourners came in waves, some wailing, others drumming, others pounding yam in giant mortars. The air smelled of palm wine and sweat. Amina moved through it all like a broken calabash, too shattered to hold any more sorrow. And then she saw him. Chike. Taller now, broad shoulders stretching his shirt, skin glowing like polished mahogany beneath the sun. His eyes carried the same sorrow as hers, grief heavy as a stone, loss sharp as broken glass. When he hugged her after the burial, her body shivered as though she had touched fire. This is wrong, she told herself. He is your half-brother. But the heart is a wild drumbeat. It does not wait for roles. That night, when the mourners were gone and the compound lay under heavy moon, Amina wandered outside. She found him sitting alone on a low stool, staring at the stars. His silence drew her in. You should rest, she whispered. So should you, he replied, his voice deep and steady, like the rumble of faraway thunder. Their eyes met, and something shifted, something dangerous, something thrilling. From that night, the air between them changed. The days after the burial blurred into quarrels. Relatives argued over land, money, debts. Their mothers fought like rivals, each accusing the other of greed. Amina withdrew into herself, hiding in her room, in the kitchen, under the mango tree where her father once sat. But Chike kept finding her. He would appear in the kitchen doorway, offering to help slice vegetables. He would sit quietly under the mango tree until she joined him. His presence was steady, anchoring her in a storm. One evening, after another vicious quarrel between their mothers, Amina stormed out of the house, eyes burning with tears. At the edge of the compound, a hand touched her shoulder. Let them fight, Chike said softly. They don't know what we feel. Her heart stumbled. What do you mean by that? His gaze burned into hers. You know what I mean. She opened her mouth but no words came. His hand slid down her arm, lingering at her wrist. Chike, she whispered, trembling. We can't. I know, he murmured, leaning closer. But I can't stop. And then his lips brushed hers, soft, hesitant, testing forbidden waters. When she didn't pull away, the kiss deepened, igniting flames buried for years. When they parted, she gasped. This is madness. Then let us be mad together, he replied. And so the madness began. They became thieves of love. At night, when the household slept, Amina slipped out to meet him by the yam barn. Under the moonlight, they kissed, whispered, clung to each other as though the world were trying to tear them apart. Every touch was fire. Every moment was both heaven and sin. But stolen love leaves footprints. Their mothers began to notice. One afternoon, Amina's mother burst into her room. Amina. What nonsense do I hear? You and that boy, your father's other child, what is happening? Amina's heart pounded. Nothing, Mama. People are just talking. Her mother's eyes flared. Do you want to bring shame on this family? He is your brother. He's my half-brother, Amina muttered, regretting it instantly. The slap was sharp, ringing. Do not say that again. Brother is brother. Blood is blood. Tears spilled down Amina's cheeks. But I love him, she whispered. Her mother froze. Then her voice dropped, cold as steel. Love. You call this love? You only know disgrace. End it, Amina. End it now, or I will tell his mother myself. But Amina could not. Every time she saw Chike, her resolve melted like palm oil on hot yam. And soon, the village began to whisper. Neighbors watched. Old women muttered. Children of the same blood mixing fire, abomination. One night, fear breaking her, Amina told Chike, they will never accept us. We will be cursed. He cupped her face, eyes blazing. Our father's choices made us siblings. Our hearts made us lovers. I would rather die than lose you. The word that pierced her chest, but her love outweighed her fear. That night, beneath the mango tree, they gave in fully. Shadows became their blanket, and they became one, an act of love, an act of defiance. But the ancestors were watching. The secret exploded soon after. Their mothers clashed in the courtyard, voices sharp as knives. Your daughter is seducing my son. Your son is chasing my daughter. Abomination. Neighbors gathered. Gasps rose when Chike stepped forward. She did not seduce me, he declared. I love her. She loves me. And nothing you say will change it. An elder spat on the ground. Women wailed. The compound erupted in chaos. From that night, the house felt cursed. Mothers prayed loudly, sprinkling holy water, burning incense, calling their ancestors to separate the children. But the bond only grew stronger. And then came the signs. Amina dreamed of her father's ghost, standing at the foot of her bed, eyes like fire. She woke drenched in sweat, heart racing. Another night, she dreamed of blood dripping from the mango tree. Chike began to hear whispers in the dark, shadows shifting where none should be. One evening, as they kissed, a sudden wind howled and a clay pot shattered beside them. A voice seemed to echo through the air, "Stop." Amina screamed, clutching him. Maybe it's true. Maybe we are cursed. But Chike held her tightly. If loving you is a curse, then let me be cursed forever. Their parents grew desperate. Priests prayed. Pastors preached. A diviner cast cowrie shells and declared, if they do not separate, blood will spill. The prophecy struck fear into everyone. Amina's uncle ambushed Chike, warning him with fists and threats. Her mother locked her inside her room, but she escaped through the window to meet him. Their love became a war zone. Food was withheld. Threats grew sharper. Yet, they clung tighter. At last, Chike whispered the unthinkable. Let us leave. Let us run far from here. They will never accept us. Amina hesitated, torn between family and love. But when she saw his desperation, she knew her choice. Yes, she whispered. Let us go. Before dawn, they packed what little they owned and slipped away barefoot, walking dusty roads into the unknown. Behind them, the village roared with curses. Ahead of them lay freedom and danger. In a distant town, they built a quiet life, pretending to be husband and wife. No one asked about their bloodlines. No one cared. For the first time, Amina felt peace, waking in his arms, cooking together, laughing freely. But peace was fragile. At night, she still dreamed of her father's ghost. Sometimes the wind whispered like an accusation. Letters came from home. Her mother wrote, you will never find peace. Return and repent. Chike's mother wrote, you are dead to me. But they refused to return. Their love was now both wound and bomb. They knew society would never forgive them. They knew even their ancestors frowned. But they clung to each other anyway. Amina often asked herself, was it sin? Madness? Or was it simply love, raw and ungoverned? She never found an answer. But every time Chike kissed her forehead and whispered, I love you, she chose him again. Even cursed, even condemned, she would rather be damned with him than blessed without him.